What's up, my G's, and welcome back to another episode review of the Dragon Quest Dino Daibouken, aka The Adventures of Dai anime. And today we are diving into episode 11, Hyunko, the Dark Swordsman. This episode covered the second half of chapter 35 through chapter 39. It gave us some good backstory into Hyunko's character, as well as some good character development for another character that I'm not really gonna disclose right now. If you want to check out the manga, check out my reviews and coverage on the first 50 chapters. If you are interested in learning about the Dragon Quest games but don't really have the time to play them, check out my reviews on the first 6 games. I'll leave the links in the description down below. If you are new to this channel and enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing to my channel and hitting that thumbs up button. Hit that notification bell so you get notified and don't miss when I drop a new video. And don't forget to let me know what your favorite part of this week's episode was in the comment section down below. All of your support really helps me grow this channel and will allow me to continue bringing you new and entertaining content, and I really appreciate it. And with all that said and done, let's jump right in. Episode 11, Hyunko, the Dark Swordsman. We start this episode right where we left off. Dai using the Avant Strash against Hyunko, and him emerging from the attack without a scratch on him. Hyunko says that he can tell that Dai hasn't mastered the Avant Strash yet. He re-explains the Avant sword techniques and says that the Earth Slash cuts the earth, the Wave Slash cuts the sea, the Air Slash cuts the air, and the Avant Strash cuts everything. Dai hasn't learned the Air Slash yet, so his Avant Strash is incomplete. This again brings us back to the first episode where Dai attacked the fake hero on the boat, from air, land, and the sea. That was just awesome to see, and a big difference from the old anime and the manga. We switched to a flashback of Avant telling Dai that on the 7th day of training, he would learn the Air Slash. But they were only able to train for 3 days, so Dai was never able to learn the Air Slash. Even Hyunko admits that he is unable to use the Air Slash. He unleashes an Avant Strash of his own. The attack breaks Dai's shield and sends him flying into the broken wall behind him. Pop and Mom intervene, and Hyunko unveils an awesome looking armor that was given to him by the Dark King Vern. His sword actually transforms into the armor, and that whole thing was badass. This transformation scene kind of reminded me of Sailor Moon's transformation, just a lot less feminine and magical girly. It looked awesome with the purple aura surrounding the armor as it wrapped around Hyunko's body. It just looked epic. He says that he is unable to use spells, and because of that, he was given the ultimate armor that can repel any and all attack spells. He reveals that the ultimate blade is the ultimate weapon as well as the ultimate armor. Mom and Pop quickly test his words and unleash their fire attack spells at him. And just as he said, he continues to walk towards them unfazed. After Mom confronts Hyunko, he explains that Avant killed his father. He says that after the Dark Army destroyed the continent of Hokia, one of the skeleton guards found the baby crying and was allowed to raise it in Hadlar's underground palace only because he was the strongest knight in the Dark Army at the time. His name was Baltos. He was the guardian of the Hellgate that led to Hadlar's chamber. This whole scene is sappy with sad music behind it, and it shows Hyunko as he grows up and Baltos being a father to him. I love this whole scene because it really gave you a sense of where Hyunko was coming from, and it gave you a reason for his betrayal of Avant. It made you understand his character a little bit more, and I felt like it was perfect. Dai compares their relationship to his relationship with Brass. Hyunko goes on to explain that one day the hero came to defeat Hadlar and attack Hadlar's base, and as the guardian of the Hellgate, Baltos had to fight the heroes. He hid Hyunko in the storage room and went on to fight the heroes, leaving Hyunko alone to listen to all of the commotion. He finally heard Hadlar's cry as he was defeated, and everything went silent. He broke out of the closet and went to find Baltos. When he did, he ended up finding Baltos almost dying on the floor. His body starts to crumble with a little touch. Baltos thanks Hyunko for all of the great times and crumbles to dust. A crying Hyunko was found by Avant, and Avant took him in. But Hyunko only went with him and trained in order to get revenge on Avant. After this flashback, Hyunko pulls the sword off his helmet and shoots an attack at Dai, who was saved by Pop. Hyunko states that the attack that he just unleashed was created to defeat the Avant Strash. Now this move right here looked really good. It was like a purple Kamehameha, with the same kind of purple aura that his armor had when it was wrapping around his body. We then get another flashback of Avant giving his insignia to Hyunko because Hyunko graduated. Hyunko reveals that Baltos was his father, and after Avant said that he felt malice in Hyunko's attack, Hyunko shot the same attack at Avant, who quickly countered it and sent Hyunko flying into the river behind them. Avant didn't mean to hurt Hyunko, so he jumped in the river, but he was unable to find him. Hyunko was saved by Miss Vern, and he has been with the Dark Army ever since. Mom tries to face off against Hyunko and shoots a dazzle spell at him, which confuses the enemy, but is elbowed in the stomach by Hyunko. Dai notices that Hyunko's face isn't covered entirely by the armor and shoots a fire spell right at his face, but Hyunko barely blocks the attack with his helmet and goes in for an attack of his own. Hyunko's sword breaks apart like a whip and it looks pretty intimidating. I like that it's not just a regular schmegular sword. Pop notices that Dai is no match for Hyunko without the mark on his forehead and tells Dai to get mad. Hyunko then uses some weird spell that's normally used to control skeletons, and he raises Dai into the sky. And with Dai helpless, he unleashes a special attack that was created to defeat the Avant Strash. And right as the attack is about to hit Dai, a familiar face intervenes and takes the attack himself. That familiar face was none other than Crocodile, the Beast King. He took the attack straight into his stomach, and Hyunko is surprised. Dai is released from Hyunko's spell, and Crocodile says that he won't let Dai be killed by Hyunko. Crocodile tells Pop and Dai that they have to escape, and tells him to grab Dai and run, and his bird monster will take them to safety. Mom was unable to go because the bird can only grab 2 people at a time. He ensures Pop that Mom will be safe because Hyunko isn't the type of person to hurt a lady. Crocodile holds Hyunko in place as Pop and Dai escape. This is a massive character development for Crocodile. He realized that fighting the way he did was dishonorable, and this was his way to make amends. Crocodile then explains that Hyunko was only fighting on the side of the Dark Army because of his hatred for humans. He states that even he had thought that they were just puny, pathetic creatures. But after fighting Dai and his friends, he realized that they were strong. Hyunko doesn't like what Crocodile is saying, and Hyunko shoves his sword into Crocodile even further. And an emotional Crocodile falls on his back, hoping to be reborn as a human himself. This was really great to watch. Crocodile turning his back on the Dark Army after realizing the strength of humans spoke volumes. And it's exactly what Hyunko needs to understand. Hyunko is being driven by hatred, and was raised to believe that humans are nothing, and because of what happened with Avant, he is fully invested in the Dark Army. One of Hyunko's minions arrives, and Hyunko tells him to take Mom and throw her into a cell so that Dai would eventually come to rescue her, and also to tend to Crocodile's wounds. We switch over to Dai and Pop being found by an old soldier. And that's the end of the episode. This episode had to be among one of my favorites so far. It had some good action, some good story building and character building for Hyunko as well as Crocodile. We got an awesome transformation of sorts from Hyunko, as well as the reveal of his special attack that was created to defeat Avant Strash. We also got to see the return of Crocodile, and this time, on the good side, helping Dai escape from Hyunko. I feel like this was a really good episode, and it was exciting to watch. Hyunko looked so badass in this episode, and it made you think how the hell was Dai supposed to fight against him with his ultimate armor and cool chain whip sword. The flashback into Hyunko's childhood drew a unique connection between Dai and Hyunko, as well as giving us more information into Avant's battle with Hadlar long ago. I enjoyed every minute of this episode, and I was glued to the TV as I watched it. After Crocodile was defeated by Hyunko, Hyunko took Mom prisoner, and even had Crocodile healed again, so we will probably see Crocodile again. And Mom being held hostage is the perfect reason for Dai to face off against Hyunko again. This time he's gonna have to unleash the mark, but for some reason, even after Hyunko threw his insignia and insulted Avant, Dai was unable to get angry enough to tap into his mysterious pseudo Super Saiyan powers. The next episode is gonna be awesome, and I can't wait for it. I'm really enjoying making these videos, and I hope you guys are enjoying them as well. I hope you guys will continue to join me as I review and recap these episodes of the Dragon Quest Dino Daiboken, aka the Adventures of Dai anime. And I'll see you next time with the next Dragon Quest video. Peace out, my G's.